going on YouTube? It's your boy Man Like Tats, and I am back again with another video. Guys, as you can tell by the title, as you can tell by the energy, we won the Amari Gala Content Creator of the Year. You know how crazy that is? I don't think you guys are deep in it. I didn't deep it until I really looked down at the award and I said, wow, I really won Content Creator of the Year. Before we talk about it though, I just want to say a massive thanks to every single person that voted for me, every single person that supported me, every single person, right, that has been inspired by what I'm doing with my content creating. I just want to say thank you, right? Because without you guys, there would be no Man Like Tats. Without you guys, there would be no Amari Gala Content Creator of the Year, right? And I've said it multiple times, you know, I say it all the time. I do this to inspire. I do this to show the youth that you don't have to change who you are in order to stand out. I've been doing this for 5 years, and honestly, like, I've been myself for all those 5 years within my content creating, and to receive an award that really backs what I've been doing is just amazing, you know. And I just want to say a big thank you to you guys. So I want to talk a little bit about my journey, how I started, how, you know, everything kicked off for me, my sacrifices that I made, and everything like that. A bit of the journey, so you guys can see what led up to me winning the Content Creator of the Year for Amari Gala. And I think it's inspiring, you know. My story, really, I tell it because I want to inspire people. I tell it because I want people to feel motivated. I tell it because I want people to chase their dreams. You know what I mean? I started content creating in 2020. And I started it because we were in lockdown. You know, everyone was in lockdown. No one could do anything. No one could go out. No one could see their friends. No one could see their family. And people were trapped in countries where they were really far away from home. So I really wanted to create content in order to give people something to laugh at, to give people a reason to smile during the pandemic, which was very hard for a lot of people. For those that actually know, I was actually making YouTube videos a long time prior to me starting in 2020 with TikTok and stuff. Like, I was making Minecraft videos. You guys will see on the screen. I was making Minecraft videos. I was doing all types of skits on Vine and things like that. But yeah, I had stopped it for a little bit. Well, I had stopped it for years, and then I came back in 2020 and started making TikToks about like Adelaide schools, about Australia. I started making interviews in public. So I've been through a lot of like types of content throughout all of these 5 years. I've talked about so many topics, you know, countries. I've done a lot in terms of diversify the type of content that I've made, right? And you're probably wondering, so Tats, how did you get up to making content about Zimbabwe? Content that I truly feel really won me the Amari Gala Content Creator of the Year award, this award. That switch into talking about my country, Zimbabwe, talking about African countries, really, for me, took me to the next level, right? And it all started when my mom told me to make videos about Zimbabwe. And I've talked about this kind of in another video when I talk about the time that I got punched in the face. I'll talk about this story in another video when I talk about my experience going back to Zimbabwe. But yeah, it all started when my mom told me to make videos about Zimbabwe, and, you know, predominantly my content ended up being in Shona. I gained a lot of traction. You know, I went back home, as you guys saw. I'm gonna keep it short because I've talked about it before. Went back home and did so many things, you know, so many things that people do in my country that, you know, people here in Australia or the diaspora may not know, like showering with a bucket, going to collect my water with a bucket, having animals like goats and cows and things around me all the time, chickens, you know, going to nature, untouched nature, and just experiencing all of that. And I got so much traction to the point where, like, I was getting major brand deals. You know, I developed a fan base, a supporter base of Zimbabweans, but not just in Zimbabwe, around the world. Like, it's crazy to me when people are telling me, Tats, my auntie in America, they love your videos. You know, my auntie in the UK love your videos. My auntie in Poland, my auntie in Canada love your videos. So it's not just a fan base in Zimbabwe, it's Zimbabweans all over the world. And I think that's what really kicked it off for me in terms of being able to win so many awards. Because for those that know, I did also win the Zimbabwe Achievers of the Year award back in 2023. And I also won the Diaspora Content Creator in Zimbabwe. And now to win an award like this You know what I mean? It's amazing to really chase my dream of being a content creator. And that was one of the hardest sacrifices that I've ever made, because I was playing football all my life, you know, up until I was being paid to play it, and I was being paid for like 3-4 years. You know what I mean? So leaving that and pursuing a career that doesn't pay well here in Australia where I live was a massive sacrifice, and a sacrifice that I never thought I would make. I thought I was going to grow up to be a footballer. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to grow up to be playing football, not to be creating content. Although content creating was always in my heart, and content creating was one of those things where it was like, you know, it was a hobby that turned into something that I want to do for the rest of my life. So, you know, that's what I would say to a lot of people. Like, there's going to be sacrifice. There's going to be things that you have to let go of in order to chase your dream, in order to really find out who you are. You meet all the celebrities, all the famous people, all the rich people. They talk about sacrifice. They had to sacrifice either family time, they had to sacrifice, you know, their other dreams. They had to quit their job. Whatever it is, everything or anything can be a sacrifice in order for you to reach another level of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? And now with my content, you know, I'm getting paid for bigger things. You know, I get paid to speak Shona. I get paid to speak my language. I get paid to learn my language. There was a lot of people that thought that I was just putting it on, that I was, you know, trying to act like I wasn't speaking Shona just for views and just for all of those types of things. But in hindsight, guys, it's harder for me to fake it than to actually speak it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of my journey, you know, leading up to me winning the award. A lot of haters. I have a few sayings. Like, one of my sayings is like, you don't have to like me because, you know, the rest of the world already does. You know, or if someone from Zim, you know, is hating on me, it's like, you don't have to like me because everyone loves me. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically saying everyone that lives in their hometown loves me already. You know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. I think in anything you're doing well in, people are going to hate. People are not going to like you just to not like you. Envy is a real thing. Envy is a real thing. And I think, you know, being a content creator and sharing that, you know, everything leads up to awards like these. You know, everything leads up to Amari Gala Content Creator of the Year for 2024. But let's talk about the night of Amari Gala, you know. I'm going to put a few clips up and things like that of me there. The night of Amari Gala, honestly, like, I was nervous. I was really nervous. Did I think I was going to win? Of course. You know, I had it in my mind, like, my fan base, what I've done, the influence that I've had of African Australian, like, market has been incredible. I was very confident in my win, but I was also versing people or up against people who had a lot more followers than me, who, you know, had done a lot of great things, you know what I mean? But I think in terms of African influence, you know, in the diaspora, I think I had that edge on everybody that I was up against, or who else was nominated to be Content Creator of the Year. I just felt like my influence, you know, not even just in Australia, just everywhere around the world was like great. And I know everyone who I asked to vote, I put it on my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, people voted. People really did vote, and I just believed that I was gonna win. I didn't know that I was gonna win, but I really believed it. You know, I really believed it, and I was ready for it. I had wrote a speech saying this is the speech you're gonna read out when you win. I'll put you guys screenshots right now. I had it in my mind that I was gonna win. But the Amari Gala was beautiful. It was in the Plaza Ballroom. It was packed. The tickets were like $200, and it was packed to the brim. The vibes, the energy, everyone supported everyone. The types of people I was around, like, I hadn't really been around those types of people. Entrepreneurs, business-minded people, other content creators, just people doing great stuff in their category. You know what I mean? And I think that's one thing I'm trying to be surrounded by, is being around people who are at the top of their category, because it ultimately boosts you up as well. And I think I inspired a lot of people with the speech that I made. Like I said, I'll show it on the screen. Now for me, it's letting the young Africans in the diaspora know that you don't have to change yourself in order to stand out. This is not just a win for me, this is a win for every young African. This is a win for every young African who's proud to speak the language, proud to know their culture, and proud to say where they're from. Like, you could see me on video like rubbing my legs like this because I was really nervous. When my name got called out, it was like I couldn't hold back just getting up and dancing. You know, that's the only thing that I could think about doing, getting up and dancing and being proud to have received such an award. And I danced and I gave a speech. I just really wanted it to be known that I do what I do in order to make other young Africans in the diaspora's lives a lot easier. I do it so you can feel confident within yourself, within where you come from, your culture, your language, and everything like that. So when my name got called out, it wasn't just a win for me, it was a win for everyone who I intend to inspire. You know, and I'm super proud. I was super proud. I was super humble. You know, it was an experience that I, you know, truly never felt, to see everyone clapping, to see people look back at me like they knew I was gonna win, to the conversations afterwards, to people telling me that they've been long-time followers, long-time watchers. And you know, as a content creator, you don't always think about those things. You don't think about the journey. You don't think about maybe that one person who you've made laugh today, or that person you've inspired. You're always just thinking about the next content idea. You know, you're always trying to find the motivation. So that day where I was able to just wind down and be greeted with such like love and such appreciation, it was amazing. Look, winning the Amari Content Creator of the Year, winning that award, it means a lot to me. It reassures me that I'm doing something well. It reassures me that, you know, no matter what I've been through in terms of content creating, that it's worth it, that I should keep going, that, you know, nobody does it like me. You know what I mean? Nobody is as consistent as me. You know, because a lot of people have tried to be as consistent as me, and you know, at times it's always play with my mind that, you know, this person might outdo me, but at the end of the day, as long as I focus on myself, this award proved to me that I'm doing the right thing, and I'm making the right type of content, and I'm trying to spread the right type of word out to the world. This award means more than just to me. It means that there's young Africans in the diaspora that have been given hope to speak the language, to know more about that culture. It has showed me that it's more than just entertaining people. It's about causing change. It's about really digging deep and showing the world that you can do whatever you intend to do. I quit football to pursue a dream. Sacrifices needed to be made. You know what I mean? And I guess the question now is like, what's next? You know, Tats, what's next? What do you have in store for us? What has the Amari Gala award, you know, how has it changed you? Guys, honestly, you'd expect a lot more YouTube videos. And I know I say that a lot. I know I do say that a lot, but this award has given me more motivation to win it again next year, to do more, to inspire more people. It has, you know, it has showed me that I need to start streaming more. I didn't spend $10,000 on a streaming setup to not stream, right? It showed me that it's brought out a fire in me. You know, I go to sleep early. I'm trying to take care of my health more. I'm doing 75 hard, which I'll be updating you guys on soon with other videos. You know, it's bringing out a dog in me. I'm not gonna lie, it's bringing out a dog in me, and I don't know if you guys can feel the energy that I'm feeling, but it's bringing out a different type of energy in me, which I need to do more. What I'm doing now is not good enough. You know what I mean? The laziness, the lack of motivation. I have to find that motivation within me. That's what it's done for me. And that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you can expect from me. That's what I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be doing bigger things, bigger projects in the future. Make sure you guys stay tuned, because I'm gonna be on a lot. Like, I'm gonna be doing a lot. So I need you guys to stay with me. I need you guys to stay tuned. And, you know, like always, thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys do show me. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve it. You guys are amazing, and I do always appreciate what you guys do for me, and how you guys support me every single day. Yeah, stay tuned. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from, where in the diaspora you are from, what nationality you are. I really want to know. I'm really keen to see, you know, what types of people watch my videos, and, you know, who tunes in. So, yeah, guys, the Amari Gala Award. Again, thank you to Amari Gala. Thank you to you guys, Content Creator of the Year for 2024. And there is so much more to come. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you share this video to your friends and who? Your family, because it's been your boy, man, like Tats, and I am out.